There's a way you can feel better and feel happy about whatever happens to you. Life is about perspective, the way you see things. Sometimes, if you see things rightly, you will act rightly, you will think rightly, you will react rightly, you will do things rightly. The change that you require has to do with change of mindset, change of attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude determines how farther and faster and further you will go. Listen to me. You can feel good about everything that happens to you if you can change your attitude. I've been talking about understanding emotional destructive relationship, and I'm saying before I start today that your attitude will determine a lot. Instead of complaining that someone doesn't spend time with you, does not love you, you can decide to be someone other people will really want to enjoy and be with. Mo ti rí ẹlòmíì tó yẹ pé a máa ní àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ràn mi, àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ràn mi, àwọn èèyàn súnmọ́ mi, àwọn èèyàn ṣe mọ́ mi, and àwọn go friendly, àwọn go ṣe mọ́yàn, àwọn go tiẹ̀ wọn ò lè dúró lọ́dọ̀ wọn lọ́sẹ̀ kan, ọ̀sẹ̀ kan kẹ̀, wákàtí kan, they will make you miserable. My name is Olufunke Adetuberu. This is Shematters on Fresh FM. I celebrate everyone in Ado Ekiti. I appreciate you for listening to me. On behalf of Dr. Yinka Laifele, a visionary leader, a great man indeed, he's just stretching and stretching. On his behalf, I welcome you to Shematters. This is Shematters, and I want you to stay tuned and listen carefully. I've been talking so intentionally when to know or how to know that you are in a destructive emotional relationship. If you miss any of the episodes, follow me on Instagram. Go to my YouTube channel. You will listen to everything. My handle is Funke Adetuberu. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. How do I know that I'm in a relationship that is emotionally destructive? Báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀? You have to know. Mo tún sọ nǹkan míì ni o, mo ti sọ àwọn kankan tẹ́lẹ̀. Does the person show interest in you and your needs? Does the person show interest in you and your needs? Ṣé ẹni yẹn nǹkan tó bá wù ẹ́ lọ́kàn tó fẹ́ ṣe, abẹ́gbárùkù tí á fọwọ́ sí? Listen to me, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí marry. These are red flags. Àwọn nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí, they are the things that will help you to navigate life. If you are not married, pẹ́kẹ́, and you choose to not listen to me, is your life. Your blood is not on my head. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ kò lè rùn lórí mi. The reason is tí ara ilé ẹni bá ń jẹ kòkòrò tí ò da, téèyàn ò bá sọ fún hànrùnhànrùn ẹ̀ ò ní jẹ́ kéèyàn sùn mọ́jú. Ìran tá a wà nú ẹ̀ yìí, àwọn ìran ajá tí ìgbọ́fèrè ọlọ́dẹ ni wọ́n o. That is why I'm bringing this out. Àgàgà ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí marry, please forgive me o. I don't know what happened. WhatsApp blocked me on their WhatsApp. I was going to change to WhatsApp business and I was blocked. So tẹ́ ẹ bá ti rí mi bá sọ̀rọ̀, I pray they will do it soon. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti rí mi bá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí WhatsApp, kì í ṣẹjọ́ mi, but please keep trying. Now, the secret behind what I'm telling you today is very simple. Listen to the whistle of the hunter. Don't let animal that is wicked eat you up. Don't let another hunter shoot you. Listen, if you are in a relationship and the person does not show interest in your needs, apart from gbárùkù tí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe, nǹkan tó jẹ́ ẹ̀dùn ọkàn ẹ, nǹkan tó fẹ́ kò dá sí. Tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé o kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ ni o pé mi dẹ̀ ní card mọ́ o, kò nítorí ẹ̀ ra recharge card 500 sí ẹ fún ẹ, there's trouble. The moment you notice that this person is not bothered about your need, everything is his need. Èmi, I. Àfẹ́mi, lọ́ba àkọ́kọ́ sọ tó fi tẹ́. You are just saying your own. that relationship is emotionally destructive, because the person is not listening to your need, is not responsive to your pain, to your need, to your challenge, to whatever is bothering you. Is not bothered. Everything rooms or ruminates or hovers around him or her. That relationship will strain you, will stress you, is emotionally destructive. The reason is relationship is symbiotic, is give and take. When you are giving, and the person is not releasing, you are going to be frustrated. So the person that is not emotionally destructive will always show interest in your needs. Now, agent balance. Some men are needy, some women are needy. Your husband is not your father. Your fiancé is not your father. Your fiancé is not your mother. Your wife is not your mother. Because bí mo ṣe ń sọ báyìí, ẹlòmíì gbogbo wàhálà yí ẹ̀ pátápátá orí ọkùnrin yẹn ló fẹ́ dálé. Gbogbo oúnjẹ, aṣọ, ìdílé, ìtorí ẹ̀ làwọn kan ṣe máa ń lọ kó bára wọn tí wọ́n bá gbọ́kùnrin míì wá sọ́dọ̀ àwọn òbí wọn. Tí wọ́n bá ti pé mọ́tò bọ̀gìnì ló gbé wá, the person is rich, you will now think that you have seen maga and mugun ATM. It doesn't work that way. The moment a man or a woman sees you as a liability, as a burden, there is trouble for you. That's the truth. What I'm saying is simple need, and is careful, is sensitive, is responsive to those needs. That man is not emotionally destructive. Ṣé rí pé mo ti balance ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? There are some that no matter what, kò ní orí ń fọ́ ẹ báyìí, wọn ò ní kó gba analgesic, wọn ò ní kó momi òun wúkọ́, wọn ò ní fún ẹ lómi mu. Is not responding to your needs. That person is emotionally destructive. Another one to know whether you are relating with somebody that is emotionally destructive is, are you able to express your honest thoughts and feelings with the person? Are you able to express your honest thoughts and feelings with the person? Eléyìí deep. Ṣé o lè sọ nǹkan tó ń dùn ẹ́ lọ́kàn fún ẹni yẹn láì ṣe pé o máa rò pé hey, mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ sọ? Arábìnrin kan bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. Ó ní òun ò sọ àwọn nǹkan kan fún ọkọ òun toró máa lo against òun. You are not emotionally healthy. You are not fit to be in a relationship by using every information, privileged information that you are given. You are now using it against the person that holds you to trust and tell you, bóyá o tiẹ̀ sọ pé ọkọ mi, ṣẹ́rí màámi tún ti ń yàlè. I'm giving you an example. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ń gbọ́ mi tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. And the next thing is àbí wọn náà ti fẹ́ máa yàlè bí ìyá ẹ̀ ṣe ń yàlè. That is wickedness. Absolute wickedness. A relationship that is not emotionally destructive, the person must be able to express honest thoughts. Sherry, intimacy is hard work. If that person sits down and say, mo dẹ̀ ń ro nǹkan báyìí, ṣe ni ọkàn mi ṣáà ń ro ó kàn rò pé ṣé màá pass exam yẹn ṣá. I'm giving you examples. Mo ń bẹ̀rù o, mo lè má pass o. Can that person be vulnerable to you, telling you things that when you look at that person, you will look like a fool, you will look stupid, and you are still comfortable in discussing that with that person? That person is solid. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ àwọn kan fún yín lénìí, ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin àti obìnrin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi. Ṣé rí emotional maturity? Ó máa ń jẹ́ kí èèyàn lè bá àwọn èèyàn ṣe papọ̀ lọ títí. Recently, I'm not a politician, I'm just giving you an example. I saw it online. You too, you can check online. Dino Minaye and Peter Obi had a discussion. they were on a panel. So Dino Milaye got on Peter Obi's nerves and he started reacting. And I said, emotional intelligence. I'm just giving you an example that when it comes to public life, relating with people, you must be intentional. You must be at your top level of emotional intelligence. Anybody can press your button, and when they press it, nǹkan tó bá wà nínú ẹ̀ ló máa jáde. That is my own challenge. Because if your spouse express her honest thoughts and feelings with you, and the next thing is a weapon, ó ti sọ di ẹgba àti pankẹ́rẹ́, that you are going to be using to torture that person. If you see a sign, I'm telling you the truth now, Sherry, ibi tí ẹ̀rù ń bà mí dé níran yìí, ẹ jẹ́ kí n digress kí n sọ fún yín. I'm worried because people are going through a lot. They have a lot of pain. And when they have pain, they start medicating their pains with going to prostitutes, watching pornography, masturbating, and all sorts. Drugs, marijuana, cocaine, crack. Why? Because at home, in their relationships, there is no life. They are so much emotionally wounded that they cannot be normal until they take or do something to medicate their pain. So when I'm talking like that, and I'm talking like this, I am trying to let us minimize such an act that will keep pushing us away and pushing us out of destiny and purpose. And the best bet, the best way to do it, hear me today, is to see those signs and run. Ma tori bo, ma fararo. A guy told me today that his marriage, they are doing wedding anniversary, and I smiled. He said, "Ma, I need problem gan. We are having problem. Wàhálà yẹn pọ̀." Ọkùnrin ló ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Mo wá ní kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó ní òru ló máa ń lọ báwọn ọ̀rẹ́ òun. Business tó ń ṣe òru olóru ni. Ìyàwó òun á dẹ̀ rí pé obìnrin ló ń pè òun. Obìnrin ló ń pè òun. Mo wá béèrè kan, you know me, I will ask questions. Mo ní ṣé girl yìí kó tó marry ṣẹjọ máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀? Ó ní yes now, we go clubbing, we do everything together, we go everywhere. Wọ́n ní ṣe táwọn ti bímọ ẹyọ kan yìí o, true story, true people, but no name, no face, no identity. Guess what? He said that now tó ti bímọ, àwọn òun ò fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ máa rí ọtí, máa rí sìgá, máa rí gbogbo ẹ̀. So àwọn máa gbọ́ ọmọ lọ sọ́dọ̀ grandma, àwọn á wá lọ club. Now the question is, you saw it coming. Yorùbá ní oróko ogúnlẹ̀ ogbẹ̀pà sí. So why are you complaining? You live with it ni, because you saw it coming. That is the challenge that I have with people in this generation tí mo fi ń pariwo, talking and sweating, repeating myself, talking like a broken record. I'm telling you, whatever you accept now, you can't express yourself, your honest thoughts, your feelings to the person you are going to get married to, and you say, ó máa change, ó máa work on himself. Ó ti gbà bẹ́ẹ̀, wá fomi lò tó fi máa wọ kòtò ní o. Tó o bá ready láti fomi lò, jápa now. Excuse yourself. It is not compulsory. Listen to me. Marriage begins here and it ends here. If you want anything different, you have to choose differently. So if you are noticing this, that ẹni yìí kì í jọ sọ̀rọ̀, mi lè sọ tinú mi fún, kò lè gbọ́ tinú mi, kò lè gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ gbọ́, kò lè farabalẹ̀ kó tiẹ̀ wò pé kí ló ń dùn mí lọ́kàn, tí ò bá ti sí yẹn ń bẹ̀. That relationship is emotionally destructive. What do you do? Do counselling. Ṣẹ́rí, mo ti ń pariwo premarital counselling fún gbogbo èèyàn báyìí, kò sẹ́ni tó dá mi lóhùn. Yet nígbà tó bá délẹ̀ tán, ẹ̀yin aríran o wípé ah, ìgbà tá a bá máa fi débẹ̀ yẹn á ti le jù. Á wá le débi pé you will not be able to handle whatever is happening. You will just find yourself under pressure. Yorùbá sọ nǹkan kan tí mo fẹ́ tẹnu mọ́. Nǹkan tí èèyàn ò bá lè jẹ lólówó, tálíkà ló ti máa ń kọ́. What you cannot take now, what you cannot condone now, what you cannot accept now as I'm talking to you, don't accept it when you are cutting, because you know that nobody changes. Let me tell you the truth. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń change. People modify their character. People work on themselves. And anybody that is emotionally intelligent enough to work on himself or work on herself, iṣẹ́ ni o, is a long time process. Is a marathon. Wàá máa change. Àgàgà ẹ̀yin tó yẹ pé you came from a dysfunctional home, your parents are not forthcoming, your parents are divorced, you are raised by a single parent, your family and your daddy and mommy are together, but they are like cat and dog or cat and rat. Things are not just well. You have to be intentional about changing. Wàá ṣubú lẹ́ni wàá dìde lọ́la. It's baby steps. That is a lot of work. If you are not willing to work on yourself, you can be there till 90. Àwọn kan wà ń sìn, wọ́n ti di bàbá ń dágbé, wọ́n ti di ìyá ń dágbé, because they are not doing anything. They are not making effort. Now, if you are in a relationship and this person that you can't express your honest thoughts and feelings towards, he's making effort. She's making effort. She's actually humble enough to say, má worry, mo mọ̀ pé mo ṣe mistake, má bínú sí mi, má change. Àwọn kan tún wà o, there are different types of human being. Má bínú, má bínú, má bínú, má bínú. Wọ́n lè sọ má bínú 200 times and still they are still saying the same thing. It's different. I'm talking about someone you can measure their growth, measure the change. You are good to go. Because rigidity is an energy of a fool. I'm talking about if you are in a relationship that is emotionally destructive. When the person has done something wrong, does he or she admit and take responsibility? Mo ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀. If that person agree and is taking responsibility and is working and is doing something, she knows that the person is a work in progress. Is a work in progress. A work in progress. Who is hearing me today? You know you are a work in progress. Go and relax. Keep changing. Keep working on yourself. Keep building your strength. Keep arranging your life. Keep doing therapy. Keep doing counseling. Keep reading. Keep studying. Be intentional about change. You are good to go. But if that person does not see anything wrong, tó bá ṣe sọ pé nǹkan tí ò ṣe ò dáa, á ní you see báwo ni nǹkan tó ṣe máa dáa, ìwọ náà kọ́ ni kálò yájú sí mi, mi ní fọ́ ilé tì náà, kálò sọ báyìí, mi ní bú dádì ẹ̀, kálò sọ báyìí, mi ní bú mọ́mí ẹ̀, kálò ti kí mi dáadáa ni owó yẹn máa fún ẹ jápa. That relationship is emotionally destructive. It's emotionally destructive because number one, it's giving you distress, giving you headache. You are not happy. You don't like what you see in you. Another challenge is this: when a relationship is emotionally destructive, they bring out the bad part of you. I've seen people that will say, ẹ gbà mí, mi kì í bínú tó eléyìí. Kí ló dé, ó provoke mi ni. Mi mà kí n yóò di tẹ́lẹ̀, mo mà ti ń yóò di. I used to keep malice. Now, I don't keep malice before. I have constant nagging. Wọ́n bí ajá oníkòkòrò. I wasn't like this before. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? That person is toxic and is bringing the bad side of you out. Listen to me. Everybody has a bad side. Everybody has a good side. The bad side comes in when you are in a relationship that is emotionally destructive. Even if you have a bad side, the person that is relating with you well should be able to bring out the best in you. Essence of relationship. The essence of relationship is somebody bringing out the best in you. If you are in a relationship and that person is bad, that is bringing out in you, then you need to excuse yourself or go for counseling. I can never overflog therapy and counseling. Let me explain it well. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún sọ. Ṣé rí ìgbaninímọ̀ràn àti láti ràn yàn lọ́wọ́ láti tún ayé èèyàn ṣe kì í ṣe nǹkan téèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ fojú tẹ́ńbẹ́lú mú. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan kan fún yín. Ṣé rí ọjọ́ tí máa ń lọ káwọn èèyàn tó jí. Life is half spent before people wake up and say yay. Ó dìgbà tẹ́lòmíì bá ti sọnù gidigidi kó tó sọnù. What will it cost you to humble yourself and do counseling and therapy and move on with your life than saying èmi ò lè jókòó sábẹ́ ẹnì kankan, èmi náà mọ nǹkan tó yẹ kí n ṣe. Ó mọ̀ tó bá mọ̀ ó yẹ kó o ṣe ni. Mo lè drive gba kọ́kọ́rọ́ kó wa mọ́tò, ẹnu dùn rò fọ́. If it's not working for you, you don't know it. If it's working for you, then you know it. Don't become a person that is a pessimist, that will not look at life from the angle of mi ò mọ̀, mo fẹ́ mọ̀. I want to know better to live better. I want to know better to live better. I want to have understanding to be outstanding. Listen to me. If you are not ashamed to treat malaria, you are not ashamed to treat cancer, you are not ashamed to take your medication as an HIV positive patient, you are not ashamed to treat your bone, you are not ashamed to do operation when they say there is fibroid. The same thing I've mentioned happens to us emotionally. Some are emotionally having cancer, some have headache, some have blood pressure, some are HIV positive emotionally. The way you will treat that sickness that is physically affecting your body, that is how you should treat your emotional sickness. And let me tell you something, emotional sickness is worse because worry, X-ray will not see it. The part of your life that is worse to treat is your emotional life. Physical life, ton bá gé ẹ lọ́wọ́, ton ṣe fògùn sí, ton treat ẹ, you will know that this thing is healing. But when it comes to emotional wounds, you won't notice, you won't know. It will just be decaying and be spoiling before you are now 70, you are now 60, you are now 40. You wasted 10 years in that relationship. Having a counselor and a therapist would have helped you out. Pow, o ti bọ́ nìyẹn, o ti ń lọ nìyẹn. But you will now say, it's expensive. Ìlú òyìnbó, you pay per hour for session in therapy. And they know the importance of being mentally sound. Do you know? I've seen a short man succeed. I've seen a blind man succeed. There's a guy, crew, Nikki, kò lápá kò ní ẹsẹ̀, ìdí ló fi ń jókòó. I've seen people that are blind successful. Have you seen anybody mad successful? Mental health is also emotional health. The set of people that can succeed in life, they are the ones that their emotional life is stable. Mo sọ pé lómi máa understand nǹkan tí mo ń sọ. Maybe you and your husband you fight, or you and your wife you fight, you left for work. Kó tó stabilize níbi iṣẹ́ ó máa pẹ́. Ẹlòmíì á sì bọ́ sí toilet, á sunkún kíkorò kó tó bọ́ síta. Ojú àti pọ́n. Kí ló ṣe yín lágbájá, ó fẹ́ rẹ̀ mí díẹ̀ ni. You are lying. If your physical life can be so substantiated, handled, felt, how much more your emotional life that is even worse. Ẹlòmíì tó bá kàn dédé yára ẹ̀ láṣọ tó yáṣọ ara ẹ̀ tó bọ́ sí títì ló tó máa dawn on her pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Emotional wounds. Kò tètè hàn síta. Tẹ́ bá légbò bó ṣe ń lọ báyìí, tẹ́ ń lọ báyìí, tí eṣinṣin bá bò, àwọn èèyàn sọ pé eṣinṣin kun egbò yìí ẹ̀dẹ̀ treat ẹ̀. But emotional wounds, eṣinṣin á kún, á ní infection, á máa ṣọyún, kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó máa mọ̀. Ó dìgbà tó bá ti bọ́ sórí tán. So, when you know that this thing is killing you softly, cry for help. Seek help. I don't know what is wrong with my WhatsApp. I hope they would have done it. But if you can't reach me on WhatsApp, you can also reach that number on Telegraph. Maybe I should start talking about my Telegraph handle now, because I don't know what WhatsApp is doing. They blocked me because I want to change to business. So you can send me a message on my Telegraph. It's still the same number. I think I should be adding my Telegraph number now. Now, what I'm saying is this. If what I've been mentioning in the last 3 weeks, you can answer some that is relevant to you, seek counsel. Get a therapist. Get someone to help you to process that struggle. Send me a text. Well, Telegraph is still my WhatsApp number, but like I told you, I'm having issues with my WhatsApp. The number to text, to voice note, Telegraph, WhatsApp, text message is 080 232 42389. 080 232 42389. And I'm saying this because when a wound becomes unhealable, ṣé mọ̀ pé egbò diabetics ò kí ń jiná, is dead though. The same thing with emotional wounds. The moment you don't treat it, the next thing is serious problem. Téèyàn bá ti wọ mental health, tó ti di pé ó ń ṣe kọ̀ọ̀kan, tó ti ń wọ psychotic lọ, ó ti tán nìyẹn. That's the end. There's nothing anybody can do about it. The reason is very clear. Ó ti bàjẹ́ sínú, ó ti dègbò sínú. And listen, if you allow that to be in your life, your children will suffer it. Husband and wife, hear me. People that are going to relationship, hear me. If you don't address any form of emotional destructive act and attitude in your lives, your children will suffer it. If you don't make it by your effort, what about your children? You are going to pass the baton to the children that are not yet born. Our degenerational cause, our degenerational pattern, where you can easily put your resources together and say, I'm getting rid of this monster. I have a lot of people hearing me now, and that's my pain and challenge. Guess what? They'll be pushing it. Procrastination is a thief of destiny. Procrastination is a thief of purpose. Procrastination truncates beautiful, colorful, amazing, glorious lives. Procrastination causes eternal pain. I know what I'm saying. Masheleni, mashelola, mashelotula. Let me say this before I leave you and go on this break. Hear me. If you are marrying somebody, ayé mi o, kí ni mò ń sọ ilé ìfún? Ìdí tí mo fi ń sọ ni pé mo ti rí nǹkan tí bad relationship, emotionally destructive relationship tó ṣe fún ìran, not just one generation. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó jáde nínú family yẹn pátápátá náà ní one problem or the other. Pátápátá. Like ẹyọkan. Because what you refuse to handle will handle you later. What you refuse to treat will become a problem later. Emotionally destructive relationship is not something that can be taken for granted, or else one will be grounded. So the challenge me I have is people not sitting down to ask themselves questions, to probe into their lives and tell themselves, Funke, Adetuberu ń tan rẹ, má tan rẹ. Ìwọ náà dárúkọ orúkọ tèmi mo dá yẹn. So that help will come on time. I'm saying this. If you are hearing me today, I'm saying it again. You are marrying or you are in a relationship and you have constant fights. You know that ìgbà tẹ́ ti befriend ara yín ọjọ́ méjì ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì ọ̀sẹ̀ kan oṣù kan ẹ ti wà okay, ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́yìn yẹn constant fight. Seek therapy and counselling. It might even be that you are not compatible. You can do compatibility assessment test. Kó lè tètè máa lọ. Kò sí obìnrin kan tó sọ pé dandan ọkùnrin kan báyìí ni kó fẹ́. Kò sọ́kùnrin kan báyìí tó sọ pé dandan obìnrin báyìí ni kó fẹ́. It's not necessary. It's never like that. So please do everything to make sure you seek help. Follow me on Instagram. My handle is funkeadetuberu. My Instagram is so rich. I do program 3 times a week. I talk about, is your relationship toxic or not? I take question and answers. I also do sex wise parenting. Àwọn òbí kẹ́mọ̀ bẹ́ ṣe lè kọ́ ọmọ yín nípa ìbálòpọ̀ kó tó bọ́ sórí. Welcome back. My name is Olufunke Adetuberu. This is Shematters. I'm sure you're enjoying yourselves. Do you know, in the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've been talking about knowing solution to relationship that is emotionally destructive. Do you know that everything in this life is attitude? Bí èèyàn bá ṣe ìhà téèyàn bá kọ sí nǹkan ní nǹkan yẹn. Mo hope pé mo get ẹ̀ dáadáa. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi Yorùbá. Attitude is everything. If you are emotionally destructive, you have fit into all the things I've mentioned. Lies, does not allow the person to feel their emotions, cannot be safe in expressing yourself. Does the person challenge you? I've said a lot. I don't want to go back to that. You're afraid to confront the person is not agreeable, the person is verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, physically abusive, the person is always thinking is right. Gbogbo nǹkan pátápátá that I've been talking about in the last few weeks, everything is all about attitude. So I'm going to be teaching us ways to change your attitude. Take your pen, take your paper. If I don't finish this week, I will continue next week. How do I change my attitude? Listen, your background should not put your back on the ground. I don't care the way you are born. Anybody, wọ́n lè bíyàn ní anywhere. Wọ́n lè bíyàn ní gutter. Wọ́n lè bíyàn out of wedlock. Wọ́n lè bíyàn maybe one night sleep ni. Wọ́n lè bíyàn kéèyàn wà nílé láti ilé orórogún. Wọ́n lè anything, anywhere. Tán bá ti bíyàn. Attitude is everything. Your background should not put your back on the ground. Ibi téèyàn ti ń bọ̀ kò yẹ kó define èèyàn. You can choose a life. You can work on yourself. You can redefine yourself. You can choose to begin to live a life that is honorable, that is dignifiable, that people will look at and say, wow, hey, èèyàn rèé, ọmọ gidi lélẹ̀. Tó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé your background will not have to show in anything you are doing. I think I shared it somewhere, maybe here, I talk in various platforms. There was this boy, their father was a drunkard. The man can drink till tomorrow. And he has 2 boys. And one of them became a worse drunkard. When you are handling over a baton, ó máa ń ju téèyàn bá ti ń bọ̀ lọ. Téèyàn bá fi ọ̀pá lọ́mọ lọ́wọ́, olùmíì máa ń mọ̀wé ju teacher lọ. One of his sons became a terrible addict, the firstborn. Ó kàn ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn àkọ́bí máa ń forí kógun ni. Ó kàn forí kógun yẹn ó mutí ju bàbá ẹ̀ lọ, ó mutí ju bírì lọ. And the second one became a wealthy man, successful, outstandingly different, rich in wealth, in manners and in character. Manners and character wọ́n jọra wọn torí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa fẹ́ kóyìnbó lọ ṣe exam. What I'm saying is, he was a totally different human being compared to what his dad was. It was liver problem, kidney problem, heart failure, diabetes that killed him, the dad. They now asked him, wow, how did you do it? Look at your father, look at your brother. He said, I chose not to take the path of my parents, of my father and my brother. I chose a different path. Somebody should be hearing me today, choosing a different path. All that I've mentioned, they should not define you. Your parental upbringing does not have to define you. You can decide to be a different person that will become a positive reference point, that become a model, that become a voice, that will become a person that people will be telling us, come and bá wa sọ̀rọ̀, wá bá wa sọ character talk, wá bá wa sọ pep talk, wá bá wa sọ inspirational talk, wá bá wa sọ motivational talk. Why? Because you are choosing a right attitude. attitude is everything. Your health is your attitude to life. Your wealth is the attitude to life. Tó bá ṣe gbé gbá ẹ ní ìran ẹ ṣe máa bẹ́ẹ̀ gbé. Tó bá ṣe decide òun náà ló máa ṣe decide. Because hear me and hear me good. There is nobody in this world that can be defined by their parenting or background. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn emotionally destructive things tí mo ti mention yìí, they are things that are crept into us by parenting. Kò síbi tá a tún ti fẹ́ kó. Ṣé bàbá tó jẹ́ pé is verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, ṣé ìyẹn á wá bí ọmọ tó wà emotionally stable? Kò possible. Tó bá jẹ́ pé o lé àwọn òbí tó jẹ́ pé they think about themselves, wọn ò rò tẹlòmíì, bámúbámú láyọ̀ náà ń ṣe, ìwọ náà àdí bámúbámú láyọ̀ ni. You won't respect anybody. Tó bá ti jẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ pé àwọn òbí ẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀, màá ní kó lọ́tọ̀, ìwọ ní kó lọ́tọ̀, making decisions for the children, they don't allow them to think, they don't allow them to be normal. Mo ti sọ àwọn yẹn ní last week. What do you want to produce? Everybody produce after their kind. Dog abi dog, cat abi cat, cow abi cow. No matter the level of crossbreeding, a dog cannot give birth to a cow because they are not producing after their kinds. So what I'm saying is, if these things are not addressed, tá a bá tètè yanjú àwọn nǹkan yìí, the next generation, you will pass it down. Your children will produce like you, they will be like you. And that is why I tell people, if you are struggling with anything, before you start having children, deal with it. Ìwọ tó yẹ pé tó bá mu sìgá báyìí, ìwọ gan wàá máa wú kọ́ngbà tí gbogbo èéfín bá ti bo orí ẹ̀ tán. It's addiction. Deal with it. Maybe you are the kind of a person that smokes like smoke, that drinks like beauty. Do something about it. You are under any compulsive behavior. Àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ pé tó bá ṣe kì í ṣe pé o mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ń ṣe, ó ti di next nature, ó ti di bárakú. Sit down, address it before you start having children, because you are going to destroy your children. You are going to send that same baton. You are going to hand it over to your children, and it's going to be continuous. And I'm sure you don't want to be grieving for the rest of your life. Grieving, crying, groaning, crying. Kò wo àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ báyìí kò mírí. Àwọn míì ò tiẹ̀ wá bad débi pé kì í ṣe pọ́n máa mírí nìkan o, wọ́n á sunkún kíkorò. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ ti gbàgbé pé jẹ́jẹ́ làwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wá sáyé o. They came into this world blank. It is what to play back to them, they are playing back to their lives. What are you playing back? And that's why I'm going to be teaching you now ways to change your attitude. You have to change it so that you will not be emotionally destructive. You will not cause pain for your generation, for your children, and the children unborn. Number one, instead of complaining that someone else is not doing good to you or spending time with you, can you decide, I will be the person I want that person to be? Simple. That is number one. Don't expect everybody to be doing everything for you. What you don't like in that person, do the opposite. Decide to be someone others will enjoy being with. Simple. If that person enjoys being with you, wàá rí pé kò ní complain mọ́. Ní complain mọ́, because ìwọ gan wà available pé mo fẹ́ wá kí lágbájá, mo fẹ́ bá Yẹmí sọ̀rọ̀, mo fẹ́ wá Kúnlé ṣeré, a fẹ́ lọ ṣeré, because you are a friendly person. So instead of complaining that ìwọ tẹ̀ lè spend time pẹ̀lú èèyàn, o tẹ̀ lè wà lọ́dọ̀ èèyàn, o tẹ̀ lè báyàn ṣe, you will just be someone that people will want to flock around. You know what? There's a secret I want you to understand here. Life is like wearing a perfume. Bígbà téèyàn fi òróró aládùn sára, that smell itself attracts good people to you. You smell nice. I like your perfume. Life is also a fragrance. Life is also a fragrance. Life is a fragrance. It's a perfume. One has to be patient enough to allow your life to become a patient with yourself, because ẹlòmíì tó bá ti try, tó bá ti ṣe mistake, wò pé mi lè try mọ́jọ. No. Tí ẹṣin bá dáyàn ṣubú, èèyàn máa ń tún gùn ni. if you make a mistake, very simple, maybe you are let's look at a child tó fẹ́ rìn ṣé kò ní ṣubú ni, ṣé kò ní rá, àkọ́kọ́ máa rá aṣubú àfẹnugúnlẹ̀, á try láti dìde, á tún di nǹkan mú, á tún ṣubú, á tún di nǹkan mú, á tún ṣubú, á máa ṣe gátà, á máa ṣe ẹsẹ̀ gátà tó bá yá wa máa sáré wa pé wọ̀nyí ìwọ gbogbo ẹnu ẹ ti bó, irùngbọ̀n ẹ ti ṣẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ń try láti rìn ó ti ń sáré. So please don't give up on yourself when you are working on your attitude. When you fall today, come up tomorrow. When you have to apologize for falling, apologize for falling and make a move. When you have to apologize for falling, apologize for falling and make a move. That is how it works. That is how it works. Attitude, change it. Then number 2, instead of doubting someone else's love for you, decide to love yourself so much that it will become irrelevant whether somebody love you or not. I used to tell people, I love me. I love the way I am. I love the way I look. If you don't love me, I love me. If you don't like me, I like me. It is a way of building your self-esteem. Do you know that hurting people hurt people? Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n lè ṣọ̀rẹ́ èèyàn, wọ́n máa jà ní, wọ́n nice, wọ́n ti damage wọn ni. Àwọn náà wá tún damage àwọn tó kù. Why can't you stop damaging others and become a bridge, a ladder, a shoulder to cry on? Decide to love yourself. Self-love is not bad though. Self-worship ló bad. Mama sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn jọ mi kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ ẹni. But let's speak the word love on the literally. Love yourself. If you look at the mirror and you don't like what you see, adjust it. Ẹlòmíì sí ó ti sanra. I'm not saying you should have low self-esteem torí o sanra. Tó o bá like bó o ṣe sanra jù, bẹ̀rẹ̀ exercise. Má jẹ àmàlà, má jẹ iyán lóru. Má máa jẹ donut, puff lálálẹ́, bread kìtìpì. You know you are adding weight. You know you are not good. You don't like what you see. Don't get me wrong. It's not somebody that said you are not good though. You are the one that does not like what you are seeing. Then adjust. Ọlọ́run ti fún wa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti lè adjust and do things very well. Guess what? Tó bá wò pé mo ti gbẹ jù kí ló dé? Change your diet to a healthy diet. Eat well. Eat to time. Breakfast is the best. Lunch and dinner. And dinner should stop at 7. Tó bá ti di 9 kò lè jámọ́ ikùn ló máa yọ. When your tummy is growing, it's because you eat late and you eat junks. And let me tell you something. Mo mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn kan lọ́lọ́run rán mi sí, ẹlòmíì ò ní gba theory mi gbọ́, but the truth is, ṣẹ́rí chest wa ó gbọ́dọ̀ parẹ́ mọ́ ikùn wa. Tí ikùn bá ti yọjú, àyà lọ, sickness ni o. Bóyá o mutí, bó ń jẹun jù, ẹlòmíì á jẹran rẹpẹtẹ, red meat. Tó bá dẹ̀ máa ga sórí àwo báyìí, ẹlòmíì wá rò pé sign of wealth ni pé kéèyàn mi fẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ diet. Tí n bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn àní kúrò níbí lẹ́nu. Mi fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ diet, but ẹ jẹ́ sọ tòótọ́ fún yín. Níwọ̀n ló dáa jù. Take things moderately. Let everything be done decently and in order. Moderacy. Don't do anything in excess. Àwọn obìnrin kan gbọ́ mi sìn, wọ́n ti bó gbogbo ayé wọn tán. Nínú ooru yìí, ara ti ń kújọ bíi ṣákì, and they are still using cream. Leave your skin. Dúdú osùn wà, as in black and beautiful. Mi sọ̀rọ̀ product o. Ebony, black and beautiful. What you are supposed to be doing at a particular age in your life is to maintain your color. Maintenance ló kù. Ẹlòmíì sìn bó ṣe ń bóra lọ yìí, cancer of the skin ló fi ń ṣeré. I'm talking about loving yourself. If you don't like what you see, change it, because you have to like what you see in the mirror. Ẹlòmíì mọ̀ ń sìn, ó ti rí pé òun máa ń lanú lẹ̀ ní eyín òun ti ta síta. Be closing your mouth. The joy about life, let me tell you something today, is that God, ourselves changes. That is why tí ibi kan bá ń dùn yàn, ó máa hù padà. Èékánná á hù padà. God has made us to be changing. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ mi fẹ́ sọ òyìnbó ńlá. Your body can actually change. Ìtorí ẹ̀ téèyàn bá légbò, o treat ẹ o treat ẹ o máa heal. Ó wá lè má jiná dáadáa bí ìgbà bíi tí wọ́n rán bóyá nǹkan kan gé ẹ lọ́wọ́ yẹ kán ran o ṣàfilẹ̀ pé wo ẹ má ràn ẹ filẹ̀ á jiná ṣùgbọ́n á lápá tó fẹ̀. But ìtàn bá fi tí doctor àti nurse bá fi abẹ́rẹ́ rán papọ̀ tó bá máa jiná ó kàn lè jẹ́ bí ìlà àpá yẹn máa wà ńbẹ̀ bọ̀ bí ìlà ni. Same way we are wired. Naturally we are wired to be healed. So healing is a choice. Healing is divine. Healing is possible. So what you don't love in yourself, change it, but choose to love yourself. That's attitude number 2. Number 3, instead of being annoyed that my children weren't cleaning the room, I decide to be happy that they are enjoying their time just being kids. Ló bá tán. Ayé easy láti trivialize. Listen, how many years do you want to live on that and you are wearing iron dress? Mo ti lẹ́ẹ̀nẹ́ o. Before, àwọn tó ń bá mi gbélé will be a witness. Màmá jáde ní gbàgbó tí má ti sọ́tàn báyìí ó ti lọ àtún continue because ṣe rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń pariwo tẹ́ ń yell tẹ́ ń scream yẹn you are killing yourself softly. You will be destroying yourself díẹ̀. You will be destroying yourself. You will be destroying yourself, causing yourself pain. Ẹ mọ̀ pé téèyàn bá pariwo tán gbà mí blood pressure yẹn máa lọ sókè. Wàá wá máa làágùn. Wàá wá lejú koko. Tí fúnpá gíga bá yẹ, God forbid, calm down. Your children are not cleaning their rooms. Ẹ wá bí mi pẹ̀lú àwọn boys. Oh God. Yàrá àwọn boys. Nígbà tó yá mo mójú kúrò kò le. Nígbà ẹ bá dàgbà, mo ti kọ́ yín, ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀. But when they now grow up, they have changed. That's the beauty of life. At least the ones that want to change have changed. The one that is not ready to change has not changed. But I can't kill myself. If you are now unhappy and you are making yourself miserable because your children are not cleaning their rooms, decide to be happy that they were just enjoying their time as children. They will outgrow it. And listen to me. Àwọn ọmọ yàtọ̀. We have some children that I'm teaching you right attitude to being destructive in relationship. In your marriage, with your friends, everybody around is the same principle. Please be happy and begin to think differently. Ọmọdé ló ń ṣe wọ́n tó bá yá ayé wọn. It will give you emotional stability. You will relax yourself. You will see life in another light. Bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe máa ń live long rèé o. Ẹ̀yin dádì. Mo ní ẹnìkan ọkọ àtìyàwó ni wọ́n wá fún therapy. Ẹ jẹ́ n sọ eléyìí kí n tó máa lọ. Máa yẹn ní mọ́mì. Tó bá ti ń dáná. Ata yẹn ẹ̀yàn dáadáa. Ẹ jẹ́ ó gbẹ. Ẹran yẹn ẹ kó sọ́tọ̀. Àwọn èèyàn máa wò pé irú èèyàn wo lélẹ̀ ẹ wá gbà mí. Dádì la pè yín ẹ má dá sílé yìí. That is the person's nature. But you can choose a right attitude. You can choose a right relationship. You can choose to live your life better in another light instead of dying and killing yourself because somebody is not doing what you like. Wow, it's been awesome today. I know a lot of people have taken a lot in. Please take time to learn. To learn by information is better. To learn by experience is better. On behalf of Dr. Nkaju Elaifele, the CEO of this wonderful station, I want to appreciate all our listeners. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram. My handle is funkeadetuberu. Follow me on my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. You will learn a lot. My handle there is funkeadetuberu. Please, I don't know what happened to my WhatsApp. If you guys have sent me WhatsApp messages last week and I've not responded, WhatsApp just blocked me because I want to change to business. So you can go and do me a message on Telegraph and text message. And if WhatsApp is back, then we enjoy WhatsApp. The number is 080 232 42389. 080 232 42389 is my Telegraph number, is my WhatsApp number, is my text message number. Please send me a text. I don't pick calls because the workload is much. I will reply you, I promise you. The reason why I've not been able to reply this week is because WhatsApp blocked me because I was going to change to WhatsApp business on my phone. I apologize for the inconveniences. If you know you've tried to send me a text or WhatsApp and I've not replied you, you better just go to Telegraph and send me the same message, and I promise you I will reply. I appreciate you so dearly. My name is Olufunke Adetuberu. Once again, all the wonderful staffs and great people in the studio, I celebrate you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.